Well, welcome once again to another episode of Face2Face with Rockosaurus. Today, we're very pleased to welcome on board two guys from a very young band called Unknown Refuge. We have Morgan and we have Alex. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Thank you. Good to be here. You all right?
Absolutely fine. Good to see you guys.
You too.
So you guys have been quite busy during lockdown, so I understand.
Yeah. Well, when first lockdown come about, we were all kind of stuck inside, so we were doing our own thing and that. And then once we'd come out of lockdown, it was like the perfect opportunity to get into the studio and record because we were all allowed to see each other again. We were all allowed to go and do like place of work kind of stuff. So we took that opportunity where we all had a bit of time off work. There wasn't much going on to get in the studio and finally record the album we've been saying we'd record for like the last year or so.
Longer.
Well, yeah, quite.
I'm fortunate to have heard it. It's an absolute banger. Can you tell us when that's released and the name of the album?
Yeah, the album's called From the Darkness and it will be released on March 26th. We have delayed it because we were going to go January 29th, but after a bit of advice from a few different people, January release isn't the best of times. So we decided to postpone it a bit.
No, well, it's good planning. Let's face it, nobody's got any money after Christmas anyway, have they? So, you know.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we want to get a bit more promotion done for it, stuff like that. So we thought we'd delay it by a couple of months and make sure that we can get as much out of it as we can, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely fair. And I mean, yeah, it is an absolutely cracking album. What I will say is it doesn't sound like a debut album at all. You know, this sounds like your, third album.
Yeah.
Never mind the awkward second album. This sounds more like a third album. Production values are excellent, I must say. Done a cracking job with that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, traveling up to Doncaster every day.
Yeah.
Rather you than me.
Well, yeah, quite. We were supposed to stay over, but with lockdown still being, having just come out of it and restrictions and stuff, hotels weren't an option. So we just went, we'll just drive up each day. And because I have a car and none of the others drive, it was like me one day and Morgan's mum the next day. And then my stepdad the day out. We went on like that on rotations and stuff as to who'd drive us up and then who'd drive us back.
But it worked. It all worked out, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about how you guys met, how you got together, how you got into music in the first place?
Yeah, I think all of us were involved in music from a young age separately. And then the Unknown Refuge started. I was originally, I think, 13 or 14 when Unknown Refuge originally came about. And since then, we had a couple of people leave, some go and start another band. And I think aged about 15 or so, Morgan joined the band. And it's just because he was like my best mate from high school. So he's joined, and from there, it's kind of become the Unknown Refuge today with a few changes in like guitars, lineups and stuff like that.
So it all worked out pretty nicely then?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
So you didn't take Morgan on just because he was your best mate. He had talent as well, presumably.
He was all right. He wasn't not the best, but he gets by.
I can only just about count to 4.
Yeah, he did struggle the other day trying to get to 5.
Oh, yeah. That was quite ironic, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I missed out number 5, and he went, "Oh, typical drummer."
I know, yeah. He got to 4 and just didn't know what happened after that, and just froze. It was like 5, Morgan. He's like, "Yeah, that's the one. That's the one."
Oh, I have no hope.
So, yeah, can you tell us a tiny little sketch of the other guys in the band?
I'll let Alex do this one. I don't know how to describe him.
I don't know how to describe him nicely, but I can definitely describe him.
Who said anything about nice?
That's all right then. Well, great. So, because Jack, what a night. No. Jack's our lead guitarist. I think he joined the band probably a year and a half ago now, I'd say. We knew him through school, and about a year and a half ago, we were looking for another guitarist. He's come along. He came to not an interview, but like a practice beforehand when we were looking for a rhythm guitarist. But at that time, we weren't kind of like at the same stage. And he's come back again about a year and a half later, and as a lead guitarist, having increased his skills massively, and he proper fit in with the band, so he joined. And then only in the last 4 4 or 5 months, I want to say, Harry's joined, who's our rhythm guitarist, and that was because our other guitarist moved halfway across the world to be with his missus. So
the things we do for love.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing we can really do about that. I think Zoom meetings over that kind of distance have got a bit tiring pretty quickly. So yeah.
Oh, you're forgiven. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
So what are your musical influences? What bands did you listen to growing up? This sort of thing.
Well, it's been for us. I know for me and Alex, it was like Iron Maiden, Volbeat, Metallica, Megadeth, Trivium, a few of like the big bands. And I know Jack listens to a lot of death metal and a lot of indie bands, which is a weird mixture. And Harry's very proggy, so there may be some prog stuff in the next album when Harry gets writing with us. But yeah, it's like the classic rock, classic metal sort of bands. And I think you can kind of see that in the album, what our influences are.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, no, I can hear mixed influences, certainly, and that's it's great how you've actually brought those together into a cohesive album. That's quite impressive. Alex, you had to write an original song for Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Did rather well.
Yeah, it was Wall of Lies that was written 4 years ago now, I'd say. And it was kind of like, to be in this Battle of the Bands, you needed to have one original song. So I just went away, put some guitar down, brought it in, and based this song around something that I'd done like overnight, because we went, we need an original song. Right, leave it with me. I'll get one written up and we'll practice it. Oh, someone's just fallen off my desk. It was kind of like we need an original song, so I put one together, and then from there, obviously, our influences have changed a bit, our styles changed a bit, and you can kind of through the album see where we're influenced by different sort of things. And I think we're starting to find our own unique sound, but you can definitely tell there's influences in different songs from different bands. I've always been into writing my own stuff. I'm not going to say like I'm a guitar god or a wizard and that, but I think I know enough so I can kind of, if I think of an idea, I can play along to it and get stuff like that. And generally I just come up with ideas randomly, and I'll just record like the 20-second riff or whatever it is, I'll sing the melody, and I've got loads of them on my phone. So I think I'd had this idea for a bit and like, we need an original song. So I'd had a few ideas already, and I just sat down that evening and tried piecing them all together into a song, really. And that's how that came about. I can imagine if I had no ideas, it'd have been a bit like, right. But yeah, no, luckily, I just kind of, if I come up with an idea on my own, I'll just record, even if it's just like 20 seconds chorus of it or whatever.
You don't want to hit those videos.
Yeah, then they are not good. They're recorded on like a £20 acoustic guitar from Cash Converters, just on my phone, sat in my bedroom. They're not of quality recording, but luckily I had stuff like that, so I already had some ideas, and it was just a case of putting them all together. No, I do it loads. There's videos on my phone of me walking around work in my high vis and hard hat, just singing to my phone, because I know that once I've finished or I'll get home and I won't be able to remember it for the life of me. So just videos of me close up on my face going, do, 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 whatever it is, singing into it like that, just so I remember it when I get home. Loads of them.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
It's just a way of keeping track of them, really, for me.
You won a headline slot at Band on the Wall?
Well, that was through winning that Battle of the Bands, actually. So we'd entered, wrote the original song. We had a few covers as well. I think it was only something like a 15-minute set that we had, because there was about 6 or 7 different bands on. So we'd played that, and then we had some like judges. I say judges, they're more like just guests of honour kind of thing, come in and say, we thought these were good, we thought these, but we want to give the prize to this band. And it happened to be us, and the prize was playing at Band on the Wall and a recording session for that original that we wrote. So that's how we ended up at Band on the Wall then.
Music video for the original recording of If the Gods Be Good.
Yes.
Now, presumably you re-recorded that. Did you re-record it or simply remix it for the album?
We did everything again.
Yeah.
We fully re-recorded all, because we had If the Gods Be Good recorded and Wall of Lies. Wall of Lies was before I joined the band.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like, right, we'll get rid of that. If the Gods Be Good, we only two. Well, there was 3 of us playing on that, and only 2 of us were still in the band. So we were like, you know what, for this album, we'll just do everything again. So we did.
Yeah, it's what I find very interesting actually comparing that original version with the album version is the sense of maturity that comes through on the album version. Well, quite apart from the production values being so much greater, but vocals are far more mature. The depth of sound is far greater. It whilst it's the same song, it sounds so completely different.
That first recording session we had was only 4 hours for If the Gods Be Good. It was very much you've won a recording. It's not going to be great. You're just going to be able to put a track down. So we just kind of rushed through 4 hours and got this whole track down. And obviously we were very young at the time, so just hearing something that was ours and recorded, we were all like, "Wow, it's amazing!" But then having gone back and spent 2 weeks in a studio, going through every little bit and setting up and making sure everything sounded perfect, you can tell the difference that difference that the production makes, the difference that where we all were in our own technical ability as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And as I say, it's clear that as a band you have grown, and you've grown into your skin almost. It's but no, it's a really impressive bit of work. A couple of other singles, Shadows. Do you want to tell us a bit about Shadows? Where the influence was for the song?
I was going to say, to be fair, that was there's a few of our songs that kind of revolve around similar themes written in different ways, depending on what I was listening to at the time and the way that we wanted to go with the song. So Shadows has a quite an old school heavy vibe. Sort of like Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, kind of hard in your face bass line, that kind of thing. And the influence from the lyric perspective was just how everyone has to deal with their own things, and at night stuff like that, you can become your worst self and all stuff like that, really. So that's probably the theme of the lyrics there, and the music I think is just a kind of hard rock in your face kind of belting riff that kind of follows it right the way through.
I couldn't have put it better myself, actually. Yeah, that's absolutely spot on. That comes across really well. And you've got To the Light as well, which came out last August.
Yes, yeah, that was our first release. I think that was probably the first song that we wrote where we started going towards what we think is going to be our style overall. There'll definitely still be the influences from places like Pantera and Rage Against the Machine with that kind of hard rock, but I think the more melodic kind of classic hard rock was coming through at that point, and it was just one that we all absolutely love playing, all absolutely love recording, so we put that out as our first single. And To the Light is just about I'm really inspired by Greek mythology and stuff like that, so it's kind of about a leader leading his army into battle and the respect and stuff.
So is To the Light your only non-lyric video at the moment?
Yeah. That was just a kind of it's where we practice and rehearse. We built that studio in our back garden, so we thought we'll get some live footage of us doing some recording in there and having a mess around, just so there's something so people can see
I've got a note here about Stonedeaf's Friday Night Rock Show. Can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, so Alex's stepdad Steve is involved in Stonedeaf, which is now Stonedeaf, and there was a battle of the bands for opening the main stage, and we thought, you know what, let's enter it, what we've got to lose sort of thing. So we went in for that, we got second, so they invited us to headline the Friday Night Rock Show with New Generation superstars in Thea. And so that was on the Friday night, but I went up to help put the arena up on the Wednesday. So I kind of met all the guys, helped set it up, played on the Friday night, and then watched on the Saturday. Like me and Alex were going backstage having cocktails and stuff at like 16-year-old, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you've just let the cat out of the bag now.
Come on, Mom.
It was just one of those things where it was brilliant. It was like so family oriented, but still a rock festival at the same time.
Yeah,
it was brilliant to be a part of.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Yeah, no, that must have been real fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh,
what you can remember of it, anyway.
Yeah. The first few hours were great. After that, it's kind of a blur. But
Thinking about the album, are there any particular tracks that you especially like from the album that you're really looking forward to playing live?
I think for me, it's Battle Him and I'm Not a Bad Guy. Mm-hmm. I don't know about Alex. I think Alex is his Journey, actually.
Yeah, I think mine's probably Journey. I don't know. I like the melodic side of Journey, and I always have a really good time playing it. And I think that's the kind of style we're heading towards, is like the Journey, Battle Him, melodic hard rock kind of stuff. So those are the last two that we wrote for the album. Mm-hmm. And I think you'll kind of hear all the sounds in the other songs kind of combined into those two. Mm-hmm. And I think I think they're hands down our best songs, but I think my personally would be Journey.
Yeah.
Journey is also our next single to be released on February 26th.
Yes.
There's a good plug for you.
So there we go.
Yeah.
I got it in there.
Good job, Morgan. You sneaked that in really well, yeah.
Yeah. Is it going to be a video release as well for that? Or
Yes. We've got an official music video currently being made.
Check you
out.
out.
I know, yeah. But so that's currently under works at the minute. Hopefully we'll have that sorted in the next couple of weeks.
Are you actually in the video yourselves, or is that just being done remotely by other guys?
Some that we're getting made elsewhere at the minute. It's more because Journey is one that tells like a story of someone like making their own decisions in life and stuff like that. I really enjoyed writing it because the lyrics are meaningful and the music changes with the feel of the song, and the lyrics like impact on what the music actually sounds like. So we're getting it made out of house. There might be some parts in it that we put like live video footage of us, but for now I think it's mainly going to be a story kind of music video. And like you said, just the feasibility, especially now that everything's locked down again, we're not going to be able to get a chance to get together and record some actual footage. So chances are it'll just be an out of house kind of storytelling video. That'll get sorted, and then there'll be a big promotion on it. There'll be an official music video. It'll be out on Spotify, all places like that. So yeah, keep your eyes and your ears peeled and open, and all that other orifices
Listening and
that
watching.
hear about news.
Not all
like
the orifices,
that.
please.
Most of them, yeah, just most of them, not all.
Yeah, I noticed from Spotify Wrapped that you've actually been listened to in 41 countries. How do you feel about that?
Good. It's a bit weird. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think Spotify's been that bad for us this year. I think we've done all right with it, getting in a few playlists and people sharing us, etc. But 41 countries, that's a bit mad.
I didn't even know there was 41.
We were like, whoa, that's brilliant.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was 41 countries, to be fair. I was like, there's probably like 9.
There's Africa.
England, America, Africa, India. Pretty sure China is one of them. But yeah, no, it was weird seeing, because we still look at ourselves as this Bolton band, and to see that we've been played in 41 countries, like, bloody hell, that's a lot of countries, that.
Pretty impressive. Mind you, I think it speaks for the universality of your music, if that's a word.
Yeah, I'm going to say it is, yeah.
Well, it is now, I've just said.
Yeah.
But we'll put it in the dictionary. It's cross subgenre, if you like. You know, you can't put you into a particular slot. There's great melodic rock elements there. So I think you go down well in Germany. I can say that for nothing. They do like a bit of melodic over there.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, there's some good bands from over there actually. I quite like, but yeah, it was quite just weird, because we can see like how many streams we've had in different countries on the Spotify artist page. There's like people in Australia and all. I'm like, I genuinely don't know how we've reached these countries. To be fair, I'm just not sure. So seeing that we've been played in that many and all over the world, it was just kind of mind-boggling.
Which countries did you actually do particularly well in on Spotify then?
I think Australia we weren't too bad in. Slovakia we had, because our rhythm guitarist went to live in Slovakia, so we've had a few streams there from him. But there's also a few more, and there was another one. I want to say Germany. I think it was Germany.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
Yeah. When we've not done too bad there, I mean, like, we've maybe got 15 or 20 listeners, but it's better than nothing.
Probably one of the good things about Spotify is that you can tell where people are listening from. So apparently down Cornwall, we're very popular down in like Cornwall, Devon area. So we know that if we were to do a gig down there, that people would rock up, rather than just kind of hoping people would turn up. We know that there are people from down there that are listening. So it's a good tool in that sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually quite a few really good rock bands from down that neck of the woods.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
One of the biggest sort of ways a band earns their keep is through merch.
Yeah.
Which normally you'd be selling at gigs, but there are no gigs. So
Yes.
do you have merch available, and where can people pick this up?
Yeah, we've on our website, www.unknownrefuge.co.uk. We've got some beanies left, a few tops. We're going to be looking at some merch for the Journey release soon. So we're going to have some new merch coming in the next month or two. Albums you can buy on there. There were 50 numbered and signed ones, but they've gone. So it's just ones for the general release in March now. But yeah, on the website, click the merchandise button and it'll take you straight over to our big cartel. And spend your lovely money, please.
Absolutely. Yeah, spend lots. Yeah.
Spend lots. Buy things 5 times over.
Absolutely. I've done that often enough. You know, I've bought something on a pre-order like months before it's actually got released, and then a couple of months down the line, I see something on Facebook. I think, I must have that album. And of course, then day of release, I get 2 through the bloody post. You know, and very often it's vinyl as well. So, oh my god! But we usually end up sort of doing like little competitions on Facebook and giving them away as freebies. But
yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, well, I can only listen to one at a time.
Well, yeah.
Unless you have 2 vinyl players.
Yeah, you could try and sync them up.
Well, yeah, stereo.
That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
Me and him used to do that in school, try and sync them up, didn't we?
Yeah, we'd each have the same song on our phone and we'd sit other sides like, whoa, it's like surround sound.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Bahakam, if you're watching.
Yeah. He hated us, he really did.
I can't think why.
No, neither, honestly.
Two arseholes.
Yeah.
Now, social media is so important, of course, to bands these days. Now, can you tell us where people can find you?
Yeah, we're on all the major platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're trying to get TikTok and Snapchat sorted. Obviously, there's our website but Morgan said before, www.unknownrefuge.co.uk. That'll give you all our links on there. We're also then, if you're looking for our music, we're on Apple Music, Spotify, DistroKid, Amazon. All the usual places you'll find bands and merch and songs and stuff like that. We're on all of them.
Good stuff. Just as a final note, smash an article about you guys in the latest copy of ERB magazine. A nice little 2-page spread there.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, I remember getting it through and seeing it and going, wow, we're in a magazine, like an actual magazine.
Yeah.
Not like not like something like a poster printed out on like word art and stuff like that. It's like an actual magazine.
Yeah. Well, Unknown Refuge, Morgan, Alex, you've been absolute superstars. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to the release of the album. And I'm pretty damn sure it's going to do well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure. Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
I saw something today. Actually, it was about originally it was thought that COVID-19 was spread through the mouth and the nose, but scientists have recently discovered that it's actually more likely to be spread through arseholes.
That must be why I got it then, because I'm a massive arsehole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does explain a lot. To be fair, it really does.
Surprised you've not got it yet. You're the biggest one here.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You get on well, you two. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're both assholes, really. That's
friends like that. Who needs enemies? Yeah.
Exactly.
My jaws are hurting. My braces are digging into my cheeks.
Oh well, if we can't do anything else, we'll make you laugh.
There we go.
Right. Oh, compose yourself. Right, that's better. Oh, peace. Calm. Stop it. Oh, for sake, he's up again.
Not like Jim Carrey. Alex cut my hair last, so it's a bit. He sent me bald once, and he's cut my hair. He's cut my hair 3 times out of the last 4 now. I've had it cut.
If you brush it over, it looks all right. Don't wear it like a bowl cut. No, the other way.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you wear it like a bowl cut, it doesn't matter who cut it.
Get Alex's out of his cap.
No, let's not do that. No,
that's not happening.
It's why I wear a hat. It's not at a good stage of hair at the minute, so.
Yeah, keep it tamed. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, man. The hair I've got going on at the minute, it's between that stage of being long and not. So I can't quite tie it back. It's just at that awkward stage where I can't really do anything with it.
Can't do a thing with it.
Yeah, so it just stays under a cap for pretty much all time.